Update. I was kind of late. I've been there all day. It is late. So just a little sweet 7-hour visit to the emergency room. And then I got the answer to my questions. I already had the answer to my questions. It's a blood clot. It's the same blood clot. All the discomfort is coming from the same blood clot that I've had. So, pardon me. However, I'm aware what the problem is, and so this gauntlet of crazy thoughts can stop. And I might need to see my other doctors before I leave. So I gotta call in the morning and find out if they want to squeeze me in or leave me alone, and I'll be back in July. I think I'm coming back in July, is what I think is gonna happen. But you never know. So, now what? Ha ha! I don't know. I'm eating a piece of pizza. I'm super happy about it. Oh my gosh. But I got really queasy because I went so long without eating. So I gotta take it easy because I took one bite of a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in the emergency room and puked it up. So I got rid of all that stomach bile in my belly. Woo-hoo! And now, here in a few minutes, I think I'm gonna have to smoke some cannabis and then come back to that and settle my belly. So, good news, good news. It was just the same old blood clot. I'm paranoid. That's all that's going on. And if you notice a difference in my personality and demeanor, they put me on drugs. That's what's happened. So, I guess that's it. I'm alive. I'm here to thrive. I'm taking the Eliquis blood thinners, and within 2 to 3 years, it'll shrink it. Well, actually, I learned something. It doesn't shrink the blood clot. Your body consumes and eats up the blood clot. The medicine stops it from forming more because you're a blood thinner, so it's not packing it on. I was just leaving it. But he said it was slightly smaller, so my body is doing what it's supposed to do. It's just slow. So, that's it. I'm super happy. Nurse, she was a bully. She was so mean. I went in there to take my vitals, and I told her, I said, I can't use my right arm. I have to use my left arm. I guess. I mean, that's what I was told, so I'm doing what I was told, like, by the doctor. Do what the doctor says. Yeah. So, I said, no, ma'am, I need to use my left arm. And she said, oh, that doesn't even matter. And I was like, well, it would make me feel more comfortable. She's like, okay. I was like, ooh. And then, she said, is there anything else that I need to know? And I said, yes, ma'am, I have a port in my chest. And she said, well, what do you have a port for? And I said, well, for blood draws and for contrast imaging. Oh. I said, not impressive, huh? She said, no. She didn't say anything. She just looked at me, and I was like, oh, not impressive. So then I said, well, I have a very hard time with blood draws. I was hoping, excuse me, get the ultrasound of my port done to make sure that it's fine, it looks great, and have a CT scan with all the imaging and all that like the doctor wants, blah, blah, blah. That's what he told me to say. That's what I'm saying to you, right? She's like, I was like, what else? Oh, what did she say? She said, oh, you'll have to have a needle in your arm. And I said, I don't have to. I can elect not to. I don't want to elect not to. I'm here for assistance and would like to receive it. I said, but I would like to use this device that they've installed in my body for this situation specifically. If it's an option, otherwise, I feel like I have buyer's remorse, and what's its purpose? But I would like to use this if it's an option. And every nurse that I've spoken with about the ports has said to me unequivocally, 100 times better for you and us. And when they put us in there, that's relevant to them, and that's their job, and that's the lady with the needle. So guess what? I care for her too. She's like, no, you'll have to have a needle in your arm. Your port's infected, and you won't be able to tolerate that. And I said, ma'am, number one, we don't know my port's infected. We're going to let the doctor decide that. And would you please just note my chart? And do you know about how long they're running before you get called back? Because I was going to go outside, or I don't really want to wait in the lobby if I can't. Oh, you don't want to wait in the lobby? I said, ma'am, are you not scared of the lobby? And she said, yeah, I'm scared of the lobby. And I said, well, I don't have anything contagious, and I'm very vulnerable, and I'm terrified of the lobby as well. And so I was told there's a protocol where you could call me when my appointment time came up. And she said, yes, sometimes that works. I thought, you hussy. So I sat in the lobby. Forget it. She's obviously not going to call me. She's going to skip my freaking name. I've already figured this out. So I sat my butt right. Well, she was pissed off because she came out and called my name. But I was still checking in. They were just on it. Never occurred to me that I was the Jennifer she was calling for, because I was still at the desk checking in, giving her my insurance and stuff. Like, I was the front end. But there was no really in between me and her. So as soon as I got into the system, it pulled me up. But she was annoyed. So then I was telling her about my kidneys. I need to get a kidney test. And she's like, oh, here's your sample cup. And I said, I'll leave it in the window in the bathroom. And she said, no, you just bring it back to me. And I said, okay. And she said, just knock. I'll eventually answer. So I knocked on the door when I came back. No answer. I knocked again. No answer. Then I went over to the front. And I was like, do you know which one she was in? Because there's 3 doors. 1, 2, and 3. And I couldn't remember which door I came out of. Maybe I'm knocking on the wrong. So I went back, knocked on all 3 doors. And then finally she just opened the door without me knocking. She was like, I'll take that. I was like, she saw me. She knew I was out here. She heard me knocking. So anyway, I did not let Nurse Grumpy Pants. My britches are too tight. I need a vacation. Take my bra off. Somebody scratch me. Whatever her issue is, I hope it is accomplished, because she has to deal with more people. And the only reason that we're coming into this place is because it's a freaking bad day. So anyway, there's an element outside of our house Brian's paying attention to. He's got my attention. He almost didn't even come in with me because of the feller jamming him up for free stuff and then deciding to sleep under the bush right next to our motorhome. I'm sorry he has to sleep in a bush, but he did make everybody uncomfortable. So anyway, and man, Portland Hospital must be getting live because security is... What you got? Let me see in your pockets. What are you doing here? You better act right. I'm a 4-foot person with a badge and a bulletproof vest, and I'm ready to use them all. She was ready to go. She's like, I've got my gun, my taser, and my bulletproof vest. You want to take the belt off, or do you want me to activate my activities? She's accessories, activate. So before she activated all her accessories, which we don't want to happen, Brian complied. But she was being so rude. She's basically saying, hey, I know that you're up to no good, and I'm here to get you. But I just said, I tried to defuse the situation. I was like, you know what? Portland Hospital must get pretty weird. And Brian took a step back, and then he was like, he's always so polite and conscientious. Like, neither one of us are rude ever under any circumstances to public servers, people in the service industry, people that are like cashiers, servers, waitresses, gas station attendants. We are not rude, disrespectful, or superior to any of these people. We are grateful for their efforts. But boy, sometimes they rub you funny, and it ain't got nothing to do with your station in life. You're just a bow. You're a big old bow. That's all it is sometimes. And sometimes it's hard not to respond. But we did good. We rose above. We got through security. We got into the hospital. And this thing, poof. Oh! She put a big old thing on top of me. I didn't even know there was stuff there. I don't know. I think I'm supposed to leave it on, she said, for an hour. So I'm going to wait for a minute. I've only just come out. That's where I'm at. That's what's going on. Now, Banks, Oregon. Ooh. Poo-poo on you. That's all I got to say about that. So, we've got to get, we have a check that we're waiting on. And we're waiting on that so that we'll have gas money so we can travel. Or we are just on pause until the 1st when we get paid. Then we can travel. And I have to wait till tomorrow to follow up with my doctors to make sure that they don't want to interact with me any more than necessary. Like a telehealth or whatever. Because that probably actually might solve and wrap up my things. Telehealth is the way to go. And so I like that. We really want to get back up to North. We did not get to have our picnic with Nancy, Brian's mother, Mama Nancy, and by gosh, we want to. This is a very important thing in our activity. We really had it in our head. We were so excited about it. Abigail and the baby are coming. Brian's so excited. So we got to get back up there. But she had a really hectic Mother's Day energy output. And so it was good to wait a week anyway. And bless her heart, she flooded the kitchen. So she's letting her house dry out. Sometimes when you spill water, it's a real sucker. So I guess that's it. We're going to get back up north and have our awesome barbecue picnic with Mama Nancy and have a yard sale with Abigail and go on some walks with Bree and her puppies. Blah, 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 blah. Kiss that baby. And I guess that's it. And then Brian's got some dear friend up there, Zach, that he's really been trying to spend time with. And my situation has sabotaged. And the minute we're about to walk out the door to go there, something with Jen has come up and cut it short. And it's starting to break Brian's heart. So we got to get him up there. He really wants to go see his buddies. So we got to do that too. However, resources are real. Reality is reality. And we will be what we can do as we can. And am I leaving anything out? You think anything to say, Brian? Okay, I'm going to put Brian on camera for just a minute. And he's going to say hi to everybody. You're on live.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah. That's what I got. Lucky me. So, peace and love. Talk to you later.